Alfonso, this is Optimus Prime. Hold on to your dreams. Never give up and never give in. Transform and roll out.
It's that time again! What's good, Alfonso Nation? We're freaking back by popular demand. My gosh, y'all have been blowing me up for this collection update. I can't even tell you how many people and how many different places have asked me for it. I must deliver what I have been demanded to do. But yeah, the collection's still here and still growing. And I think I'm kind of satisfied with it right now, so no major changes. I mean, there is one very significant glaring change. But you know, just a couple of new shelves, new figures, maybe adding on to the shelves I already had. I did have to rearrange and rework some things. So yeah, this is the Collection Tour 2025, and yeah, bankruptcy rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. This has grown, and it's getting crowded. I barely have any more room left. I think I'm pretty much maxed out for the most part. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the Collection Tour 2025. Alright. We are back, baby. Let's freaking get... It's already a failure. Abject failure. Always forget to turn the light on. But yes, guys, we are back. We are freaking back. Let's go. Collection's freaking crazy now. I don't have barely any room for anything. Almost every space is filled up. So we will just kind of go over the collection overall. Up here is the same, kind of the same concept as before, where I had the Gamer Edition stuff, except I added more figures. My Gamer Edition lineup has increased exponentially, and I'm gonna be collecting more. So I have the OG Primus, I got the Gamer Edition B, Optimus Prime, Clip Jumper, I got Ratchet back there, Side Swipe back there. This is the Generations Warpath with the Dark of the Moon Skyhammer. That's a OG childhood figure. I got the... I think that's a Generation Soundwave, not sure. Then I got the Gamer Edition Megatron, Decepticon Trooper, Starscream, Barricade back there. I do have Sandstorm just randomly. And that is the Planet X Omega Supreme. I forgot what the code name for him is, but I've been having him for the longest time. I think he's been in almost all of the collection tour videos, if not all of them. And yeah, that's pretty much my gamer slash miscellaneous-ish kind of shelf, but it's mostly gamer. It's basically like my War for Cybertron shelf for the video game, because I grew up on that game, and I still play it, I still have it, I still love it. It's just an incredibly nostalgic game for me, so it's special. And I don't think I'm going to stop collecting this. There's more Gamer Edition stuff coming out for this particular line, and I anticipate that I'm going to grow this shelf and expand. I don't know what's going to happen when I run out of room, but that is a future me problem. Moving on down, this is a brand new recruit, brand new entrance into my collection. This is something that I was actually planning on moving my collection around for, because this was the incoming movie, the movie that we all freaking adore. Well, most of us really adore and appreciate. Transformers 1. It's freaking here. This movie was an absolute home run, absolute touchdown, and I'll never forget watching it for the first time. And this is just basically the lineup that I have so far. Obviously, some of these figures are not from the official line. We're still waiting on those. But I do have some figures that are mainline, some are Studio Series, and of course YOLO Park, because they've just been sending me stuff. So hey, I will definitely take it. It looks beautiful. So I got the Steelbook, Transformers 1 there. I got another Elita back there. It's not anything from the movies. I think it's like a Titans Return, if I'm not mistaken. I got all my movie tickets, the gazillion tickets back there. I got the Studio Series Optimus Prime. I got Badassatron, but obviously the mainline version. I got the Alpha Trion mainline. I really can't wait for his Studio Series figure. He was one of my favorite characters in the film. He kind of had that Optimus Prime presence, like the matured version, so really loved him. And then I've got the cogless mining working Transformers 1 Orion packs and 316. I'm thinking about the Book of John. D16. Yeah, these are really cool, and I wanted to do something unique with them because they're pretty light and they're pretty small, and I love them more than probably most of the figures on the shelf because they're actually movie accurate, color-wise, proportion-wise, paint-wise, articulation-wise, and the fact that they don't transform. You know, that's actually perfect. You know, they actually come with little cogs that, you know, I just kind of have displayed there. And that is the cogged version of Orion Pax and D16, and I cannot wait for the final forms from YOLO Park, because that's going to be what I'm going to basically put behind the cogged versions back there. I do have reactivate star, I'm sorry, my bad. I have deactivate Starscream back there. I have the G1 Soundwave, that's the Legacy United Leader class that they just reissued with the same Earthrise mold. I have the Studio Series Megatron with the with a bloosh there, and that's an APC Vehicon, basically for Transformers Prime, but because it was silver, I just felt like it made sense to put it there for Transformers 1, because they did have similar drones. And that is the Matrix of Leadership back there, way in the back, from Walmart, that Walmart exclusive one, that really cool. On this side, I do want to show y'all this. This is a signed photo from the voice actor of Shockwave, Jason Conopisos. Much love to you. He said, Alfonso, keep it logical. So freaking cool. Yeah, he sent me, you know, signed stuff from him and the rest of the voice acting crew, like the poster there, and so much love to him. But yeah, Transformers 1, absolute legendary movie. I am scared that they're not gonna do a sequel. I'm terrified. I'm hoping that, you know, they just surprise us and they take a chance with it, because it's really their fault, Paramount that is, that the movie failed. And now with Hasbro's funding being pulled, I don't know what's gonna happen, but regardless, this movie we got was a beautiful love letter, and I'm so happy that we have it. Moving down. Brr, 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 brr. That's the Dark of the Moon shelf. Actually, this is something I had to do, because, you know, this shelf was initially just kind of like a mixture. I think I had Autobots up here too, but I was getting more figures and it was maxing out, and so I decided to just make them like a Decepticon Bayverse shelf and then an Autobot Bayverse shelf beneath it, because, you know, for space, because they started re-releasing stuff like the Soundwave here. The toy room started stocking, you know, the loose figures that are rare that I kind of miss and regret selling, so I ended up just getting those and putting them with their respective big boys in the back. So this is the KO MPM Starscream with the tattoos. This is the Zeus toy Shockwave, the big boy with the terrible legs. That is the Unique Toys Desperado Megatron. That is the original Venerable Sentinel Prime. That is the New Age Mista, the Soundwave KO, Studio Series Sentinel, Studio Series Shockwave. Good to see that he's being reissued this year. That's the Studio Series Soundwave there. I got Igor. He came with Desperado Megatron. This is actually an actual official molding of the Abraham Lincoln statue from the White House official gift shop in Washington, D.C. So I think that's really cool, because it's like literally perfect for the aesthetic of the Dark Doom of Megatron, although he can't sit on it, but it's cool to just have as a prop, and I have the Studio Series Megatron there. So yeah, that's a Decepticon shelf, obviously maxed out. I think it's beautiful though, like just looking at these guys are just so freaking cool. And I'm glad that I now have figures I can just take off, like Shockwave, you know, like take off the shelf and actually play with. I don't have to worry about just leaving it there for just display purposes, like the big boys. I don't really touch those. So now I have versions of these characters I can take off the shelf and play with, because I kind of been doing that a lot more, and I guess that's why I wanted to go back and get some of the things that I, you know, sold ignorantly. But yeah, that's the Dark of the Moon Decepticon shelf. This is mainly the Dark of the Moon. This just happened to be all Dark of the Moon, but, you know, if I had other mixtures, I probably would put other Decepticons in there too, because it's just a Decepticon Bayverse shelf. Moving on down, we have what was originally the Autobots Arrival to Earth shelf, but it has now just become a Bayverse Autobot shelf, because as you can see, I just had to put stuff together to make it work. So this is just kind of a mixture of 07 / Dark of the Moon. You got the 07 Ratchet there with the Studio Series version. You got the Studio Series Jazz with the MPM KO Jazz Silver Phantom. That is the Dr. Wu, I believe, Brains. Sam with the Allspark 07 styled. That is the KO Sideswipe. I forgot the name. I think it's called... Is it called Corvette Stingray? Or is that the name of the car? I think it's called, I'll put the name of this on the screen. That's what it's called. And then there's the Bumblebee, the Studio Series B, and Ironhide. I got basically 3 Ironhides here. And so this is the official Hasbro NPM Ironhide, and behind him is the Black Apple Ironhide. That is the Cyber Era B. That's the KO, that beautiful KO. It doesn't transform, but this is the NPM KO B. That's the Wasp Warrior. That one does transform. And back there, Dark of the Moon Ratchet's just kind of hiding. I don't know if I can get back there and show you, but he's back there hiding. You know, I just had to compress and just make this work, and I think it's good. I tried to add some symmetry. You know, my brain is like perfectionist, so I need symmetry. I need, like, you know, the silvers here, and the 2 cars, and 2 cars on that side, and then the height to match next to Prime, and then the big boys in the back. I'm trying to, like, you know, at least have some organized chaos, but I love this shelf. I love both of the shelves, the Dark of the Moon Decepticons and the Bayverse Autobots. I just love them, so I'm happy to have them, and I ended up working it out, so that's cool. Coming on down, we have no change really to this shelf. I think this one is the same as the last time. I could be wrong, but this is basically the MPM Bayverse Decepticons. So I have MPM Bone Crusher, Studio Series Bone Crusher. That's a original Scorponok from way back when. I don't remember what generation or line. Y'all can put it in the comments. That's a Studio Series Megatron on a flight stand. That is the official Hasbro NPM Megatron behind him, and the official NPM. I keep saying Hasbro. I need to say Takara. My brain is just stuck on saying Hasbro, but y'all know what I mean. Like the official Takara NPM Blackout, and then that's the Studio Series. I think that's a Grindor, actually. I don't think that's Blackout. I could be wrong. I think I have a Grindor. But anyway, that's that shelf. Looks awesome. Looks cool. I love it. And not much change there. I do like Megatron on the flight stand. I'm just satisfied with the shelf overall, so no changes really needed for that. Very beautiful, and I'm satisfied. And then finally, moving on down, we have the, this is just a continuation of the 07 Decepticons. You have the Starscream, NPM Official, then we have the Studio Series next to him, then we got the Studio Series Brawl with his NPM. So happy that he's here. He was not here, I don't think, in any of the other previous ones. I'm not 100%, but I think Brawl came out at the end of last year, so he wasn't here in the summer update video that I did. And then there's also Barricade with his Studio Series, and I found this cool little frenzy thing. It looks like it's one of the OG ones from way back when, and it like spits out little cassette things, so I thought that was cool. I think his robot mode is kind of wacky, I think, so I just kind of leave it in the boombox mode, and that actually looks perfect. It just fills the space. So that's basically a little bit of an update of the collection for this particular shelf. Looks great. One of the biggest changes, usually, you know, is going to be this middle section, the Prime Shrine. It's kind of hard to just not get things for the Prime Shrine. So we're going to go over basically what it is, what I got so far. That is the 3-0 Deluxe Megatron for Revenge of the Fallen. Jet Power Prime, y'all have seen him in just about every video. I recently got that at the Toy Room. Well, not recently, but like last year I got him at the Toy Room. That's like one of the OG, I think is the leader class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. My goal, one of these days, is to get the Optimus, but sealed, mint in box. I would love to have that. Never had the original leader class Revenge of the Fallen Optimus, and I must have him one of these days. I ain't willing to pay $200 just yet, but the day will come, and when that happens, I got a Megatron to match him with if I ever want to do that. Armada Prime, baby! Armada Prime is in the house. Some other stuff. This is the die-cast Jada. That's the MP10 back there. G1 Prime. And then I got some Transformers 1 stuff. That's the official popcorn bucket. I got a Matrix of Leadership. And I got a Funko. This is basically the biggest change in the collection. Like, holy crap. This is so freaking fire. Like, I don't know, it just looks cool, because you got like the line of the big boys, and then you got a full action scene in the middle, and I just added 86 Prime, and then you got the lineup of the Matrixes. Like, that's just a beautiful homage, in my opinion, to Optimus Prime, my favorite character. Oh my gosh, I can't even, like, I'm really satisfied. Because, you know, this shelf evolved the most over time. At first, it was like a Rise of the Beast thing, and then I think I turned it into a Transformers Prime thing. And then I decided to take the whole mid-section of the collection and make the Prime Shrine. And man, That was one of my favorite decisions I've ever made with this room, because this is just crazy. So let's go over the Prime Shrine, shall we? We shall. I'm gonna take my time with this one. That is the 3-0 Deluxe Optimus Prime for Rise of the Beasts. That is the Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime 3-0 Deluxe. By the way, for those that are curious, Rise of the Beast is my favorite of the two. I just like how he has more applications of silver that breaks up the basic red, you know, overall. It makes him just look more like a movie version. I also love the new blaster. I love the mold of it. I love that it pulsates, you know, like, what the heck? That's so freaking dope. My crown jewel, baby, my crown jewel. My crown jewel. This is probably my top 3, maybe top 2 favorite Optimus Prime figures. He won my my top 10 of 2024. People were like, it doesn't transform, it's not a Transformer. Look, it is a figure of a Transformers character, okay? So it's gonna be alright. I do have Transformers Prime stuff that does transform, but this was one of my favorite figures of a Transformers character. So he's my crown jewel still. But beautiful, absolute beautiful Iron Warrior Optimus Prime. Very nice third party. That is the KO Challenger, the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. That is one of my newest additions, the Takara Transformers 1 Prime. It's not masterpiece scaled, but it's beautiful nevertheless, and really impressed with him. And that is one of my other crown jewels. That is the Metal Club Muscle Bear MC003F in the house, Dark of the Moon 3-0 level Optimus Prime with the Jada that matches him. Just absolute masterpiece. Can't wait for them to freaking release that third party flight tech thing that they were doing. They better not drop the ball on that. That better still be coming out, like, for real. But no, this is really awesome. One of my favorite Optimus Prime figures. And I just, I had to do a little something, you know. So I had to do a little something, you know what I mean? So this is the MP44KO, and that is the official Takara MP Megatron that I got at the toy room. So yeah, I actually was doing this pose with him and him for like a picture. I think, you know, when I first unboxed him and I realized that his stock could be a freaking flight stand, I was like, oh my god, I gotta do some pictures. When I did this pose, I was like, I'm not moving them. They're staying exactly like that. That's freaking perfect. So I decided to add Megatron to the Prime Shrine because he's an accessory to my Prime. You know, when he's fighting, I consider this part of the display. You know, it's what makes Prime so great, is that he's willing to stand against a ruthless leader like Megatron. And it does kind of fit the narrative. Like, I have the Knight Megatron here with the Knight Prime, Revenge of the Fallen with Revenge of the Fallen Prime. So I felt like it was justified to throw at least one more Megatron for the G1, where it all began. I freaking love this so much. Oh my god, that pose is awesome. This Megatron is freaking insane. I underestimated how awesome this dude would be. Only thing I wanted was the LEDs and the fusion cannon. That's it. That's all I wanted. But other than that, he's way better than any G1 Megatron I ever had. And then I have the Studio Series 86 Prime, baby. Honestly, guys, I didn't even expect that I was gonna like this as much as I like this. This, like, with the alt mode and, like, the blast effects, the flames, I was like, I'm not really gonna display it like that. Because as you can see, I display most of my stuff in robot mode. Even, you know, up here, down here. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like it very much, but I was wrong. It's so unique, and there's not, like, no other figure that really does that. It's a special thing that 86 Prime does. And so, super satisfied. That looks freaking awesome, and it's perfect next to the robot mode. And I just got some die-cast stuff. I got some matrices down here, just little trinkets at the bottom to fill the gap, and it looks really nice. And I just have to give a quick little shout out to somebody who is very special and did this incredible thing for me that I did not ask for, wasn't expecting, just completely blindsided me with this, and that is Auntie Nation. Some of y'all may have seen her in my Instagram stories. Freaking hilarious. I actually got her a reaction to watching Transformers 1. It's hilarious. She wants me to edit like a reel or like a short and just like show y'all. I'm gonna have to do a lot of bleeping and a lot of censoring, but it was freaking hilarious, bruh. Big shout out to Auntie Nation for making this custom, almost neon looking sign. Beautiful. Absolute freaking home run upgrade. You know, this was something I've wanted for a while. I just kind of didn't really do. I kind of just dropped the ball. But man, she did it for me basically as a Christmas gift, and I can't thank you enough. So awesome. So thank you to Auntie Nation, and also for your support, you know, for the content. She visited this room for the first time, and she was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know you had all this," you know. So she was just, you know, just expressing, I guess, she was proud, and so she was wanted to do something to add to the room, and man, do I just appreciate this. Absolutely awesome. Coming on down, here we go. We have more primes. More primes. This is Orion Pax. I kind of like what I did here. You know, I just recently got the Teletran 1 Jazz Optimus 3-pack of the Dynamic Capture series. That's the Teletran. That's mainframe from the Arc. And I do have my first IDW comic, and actually my first comic ever. I've never owned a comic, never read a comic, but I found it at the toy room, and he was like, you know, just nice enough to give me one, so thank you so much. That's my first comic. I plan to read it soon. I just like this, so I kind of have the Orion Pax hangout right here. I got the Orion Pax back there, and I have the IDW style Orion Pax, and I just kind of have them, you know, being archivists. I like the line continuity storyline, and alongside I have the Transformers Prime, official Hasbro Prime, and then I have the MDLX Prime, Siege, and that's the YOLO Park AMK Pro Optimus back there. And moving on to this shelf, I think I'm gonna have to put like a light in here or something like that. I might have to find like an LED, something to do with this one, because this one has to be lit up. This is come on now. This is the showcase right here. That's my most recent autograph of Peter Cullen from when I visited TFCon LA with the round 5. I'm sure y'all have seen that picture. I got it front and center with the alt modes of primes, mostly Jada's. That's the official Hot Wheels one right there. But man, what a masterpiece to put, you know, right beneath my, you know, crown jewel, the Transformers Prime Optimus. Just amazing. What a memory. So you have to be kind of like a centerpiece. Moving over, we got the this is the animated Optimus Prime, the Legacy. That's the Lunar Cruiser, the now relic Reactivate Prime, mainline Rise of the Beast. I don't even know why I still have him. He's just there because of the shrine. Because I got the Studio Series and I got all kind of other versions. That is the Earthrise Prime back there, and then that's like one of my oldest Voyagers in like my life. That's all beat up and destroyed because young Alfonso decided, oh, I'm gonna make a Forest Battle beat up damaged version, not realizing that this is gonna be like a classic figure and you might want to preserve it, but that's what we do as kids. Moving over, we got the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. Really like this guy. I found him at the toy room and I had him before, like many years ago. Like I forgot that it looked this good, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and yoink that back. And then I have obviously this is the Legacy Deluxe, but it's kind of like a reminiscent of the Missing Link Prime. Very nice G1 classic Optimus. I kind of have him in a little Dark of the Moon pose. I can't help myself, y'all. I can't help myself. I think it looks good too, so don't even come for me, alright? That is the MPM 12 Bumblebee Movie MPM Optimus Prime behind him in his alt mode, and that is the Power of the Primes Optimus. And I got a Vector Prime just randomly back there because he's a Prime technically, but I don't have the other Primes. When I do get other Primes, because I do plan to get like Prima and stuff for like the Age of the Primes line, if I do that, I'm gonna try to find like a shelf that just specifically the other Primes, where I'll just have the other Primes that are not Optimus that I'll put Vector in. But for now, he's just gonna sit back there like a spaceship. That is the helmet with the Funko. I got the Target Prime down there with Bullseye. That's a Mitten Seal box. That's the Cyberverse Dark of the Moon, I think. I do want to collect more of the Mech Tech. I think that was my first line of figures I ever collected when I was younger, and I want to get some of those back because nostalgia and peak. And that's my first figure that I've ever had. So you guys see a trend here, you know, you got kind of see a trend, you know. The most special ones, like basically my centerpieces are going to be in the center. Do you understand? My first figure ever Peter Cullen, Iron Warrior, Year Mom, I don't know. Gotta have that, and then of course Holiday Prime, he's in stasis until like freaking November or something. So yeah, the Prime Shrine is looking freaking awesome. I still got my steelbooks up there, and yes, I did run out of room. I don't have space for Transformers 1, so I just put Transformers 1 on the shelf that it belongs to. Right now I just wanted to leave it as is. Well, actually, what am I doing? I didn't go over the biggest boy of the balls, baby, the big boy balls, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you guys have seen this like a gazillion times. That's the 3A at the time. Premium scale, Night Prime, signed by Peter Cullen, the legend himself. Unique Toys Dragoon, this is the KO version, which I happen to think is better. American flag, because I'm proud American. Yes, sir. And then I got the Dark of the Moon Jetwing Studio Series Prime, and must have, again, another toy room find. He gets these trade-ins, and when I see it, I'm like, you know what? He's gonna sell it to me for like real cheap. Like, I got the Studio Series Sentinel for like $40, like not even joking. And on eBay it'll be like 200 or like 150 or something crazy. So when I see him and I'm like, this is my chance to get it back because it's at a local store, I hop on it. And that's what I did with this guy too. He's on the YOLO Park AMK Pro Optimus base. I put him on that flight stand. We rocking. We cooking with hot grease, baby. We cooking with hot grease, baby. This is actually a metallic refrigerator magnet that was sent to me by YOLO Park for their like little Christmas content creator gift pack thing. And I have the Alien Attack sword as I did before. So, oh yeah, the stuff on the wall. You've seen this before. The red carpet thing with the press patch, freaking awesome. I did want to put this on the wall too. This is my first autograph of Peter Cullen ever, and it just happened to be a Transformers Prime like thing. I think I chose the picture. He addressed it to Alfonso Peterman, which is so cool, and it's JSA certified, and that's one of my favorite pictures of me as a core class. So my a little sentimental reminiscent. So that's the Prime Shrine. I freaking love it. I mean, this is just, I love Optimus, man, so it's just awesome. Like, I will never get tired of seeing this. This is just like what we do. This is what we do here, you know? Alright, so that is it for that. Now for the final column of your mamam. That was dumb. Anyway, so this is the Fall of Cybertron stuff. Fall of Cybertron. I do have some stuff in here that's not Fall of Cybertron. I just had to do it because, again, space is becoming a thing. So this is actually one of the most recent acquisitions. That's the Galaxy Shuttle Optimus Prime. I think it's like I just said Optimus Prime. Woo! Reset. That's a Galaxy Shuttle Legacy Leader class. But it's basically the Astro Train mode, but I like it with that coloring. It's a repaint of the Astro Train mode. But I did not expect that figure to be that cool. So I was like, yeah, give me, because it's a shuttle, and I like shuttles. But I got the Planet X lineup. I do like these figures a lot. I got the Grimlock, Planet X Grimlock. I will soon be swapping him out for the metallic when I see it come back in stock, which I haven't been able to catch one. I got the Jupiter metallic version. I got the Megatron. I think he's called Pluto. I got the Shockwave with the blast effect. I got Torn back there just chilling on a throne, like literally. I don't know if I can raise it up high enough for you to see Torn, but that's Torn just hanging out. Space, y'all. Hey, he just kind of blending there. And then I got the Jinbao Warbitron, which is the Bruticus KO version. And then I have the official Takara Masterpiece Soundwave, just there because he's there because, yeah, that's why. But that's it. Fall of Cybertron shelf looks cool. It's kind of been the same basically for the most part. The only thing I'm planning on doing with this shelf is maybe get either the Insecticons or get more of the Dinobots. If you guys have the Planet X Insecticons or the Dinobots, comment below which ones are like the best ones in hand, because, you know, I really don't know. Moving on down, we got the Bumblebee Movie. Bumblebee Movie. Big fan of this movie and these designs, really nice. I do have 86 Jazz just kind of thrown in there once again for space reasons. And I know he wasn't even in the movie. That's one thing we don't have. They didn't show Jazz in the Bumblebee movie, and we don't have a Jazz in this design scheme. That would be very nice with that like live action design. Oh man, I would be freaking all over that figure. We got the Bumblebee Movie Prime, all the Seekers in the back, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Thrust, Starscream, and I think there's a Blitzwing back there. They all just kind of hanging out. And I think this is my prized Bumblebee Movie figure right here. I think this is the crown jewel right here. That's the concept to leader Megatron. I love him. Love that chrome, and I'm probably gonna be getting an upgrade for him pretty soon. There's one in stock at Shozy Store that it's in my cart right now. This is all the Studio Series. You got Shockwave, Soundwave, Dropkick, Shatter, Ironhide, Brawn, RC, Clip Jumper, Wheeljag, B127, Ratchet, my boy Prime. I threw in the axe for the Dark of the Moon Optimus. It's the upgrade version. Like, they have those upgraded axe, and they have like multiple colors. So I gave the brighter one to him because I just think it looks cool. And that's the official Jada Bumblebee Beetle Volkswagen. And yeah, that's my Bumblebee Movie shelf. I think it's complete. I mean, I think for the most part, I'm good. I'm not gonna get Sunstreaker. I just don't really care for him as a figure. He went in the movie, and his figure don't look interesting to me. I don't care, I'll be honest. But ultimately, I think this is a pretty complete shelf. Alright, baby. Y'all know I'm gonna get hype. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen every time I do it. Every video, I'm gonna get hype. This is my Generation 1, baby. This is where it all began for me. This is where it all began for me, and I gush over this freaking continuity like a freaking kid in a candy store because I can't believe this freaking thing existed. Oh my god, I want to sing the song right now. I want to thank Brian Tyler, give him a hug and shake his hand because oh my god, he put the same music in the Transformers 1, and I love this shelf, and I want to get more stuff, but I don't have any room, so I have to take all this stuff and just make a new shelf and get more. You may have picked up on the fact that I love this, so let's go ahead and go over how freaking peak this freaking shelf is. So I have the APC Toys Dad with the chrome edition, super sick and rare apparently, and this is apparently a rare smokescreen. I don't know, like a Japanese whatever. At the toy room he told me that this is the version that's like not common. It's not like sold here. It's like a Japanese thing because of the color scheme. I don't know. I think he looks nice. He gave me the option between this one and the one that isn't rare that you can get a lot of. So I was like, well, of course I'm gonna get the rare one and I like the color scheme of this one anyway. So that's the smoke screen. I think it's Takara. I honestly don't know. I can't tell y'all. This is the ABC Toys Cliff with but like a zombie Cliff. So this is him all RC. That's the official Hasbro RC. I just threw in Angel Engine's Blaster, which is the KO version of her, with the APC blasters. I got the Robots in Disguise Wheeljack. I got Ratchet and Bulkhead back there. Can you see him? That's actually the new APC Toys Bulkhead, so that's not the one I had before. And then I got the Ratchet back there. It's so cluttered. Like, I want you guys to see everything. When you see the Transformers Prime shelf, I don't want nothing hiding back there. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna have to expand this shelf. I'm gonna have to put all this on another shelf so you can see everything. I want everything. I got the Alpha Trion. That's from a 2-pack with Orion with Vector Sigma. I just feel like it was fitting because he was in the show, and Vector Sigma was also in the show in a certain sense. And I do have Jack holding the key to Vector Sigma because if you watch the show, the boy is worthy. The boy is a gangsta. He went to Cybertron. Like, honestly, he was living like life goals. He went to Cybertron, y'all, and saved Optimus Prime. Like, ultimate, like, life goals. And I have Miko and Raph, and I have some scraplets. Anyway, I got Ultra Magnus back there with the Forge of Solus Prime. He came with Bulkhead, that Forge. I got Bumblebee, RID, Megatron, ABC Toy, Dark Master. Beautiful figure, absolute masterpiece. I got Starscream, hello humans. And then I have Shockwave, your mom is logical. And then I have the Vehicons. I got Breakdown back there, Arachnid, and Knockout, and a bunch of Vehicons just mixed in there. And of course I got the Beast Hunters Prime with the Predaking, a Hasbro version for both. And that is the first camera that I shot my very first YouTube video with. So it's just a little like some more memorabilia, know what I'm saying? Some more memorabilia. But boy, is this freaking epic. I love the show, if you couldn't tell, and there may be something coming this year involving this show for the channel that I'm considering, so we shall see. Complete, total masterpiece. It is the best continuity. I will die on that hill with pride. Moving down. Forgot I had more shelves. This is kind of like an evolution of what I was working on initially, and it looks like it's more developed now, and that's my Knight/AoE shelf for mainline. I kind of downsized from the big boys. I think I'm okay with quantity over quality when it comes to these two movies. I got Optimus and Megatron. These are the premiere editions. There is a studio series of Prime coming out. We'll see how that looks here with that small Megatron. But yeah, there you go. We got studio series Hot Rod. That's the mainline lockdown. What up, fellas? Barricade customed. We have the Galvatron Studio Series. I think it's KSI Boss, right? And that's the Studio Series Grimlock. I just wanted to have him in rollout mode because I needed some height on this shelf. There you go. Got crosshairs. That's the Knight B. That's actually the hammer from Ultra Magnus. But when I got Bulkhead and he had like a accurate forge of Solus Prime, then I said, okay, well, yeah, so I'm gonna just give it to B, and I think it kind of works. And that's the Premiere Edition Hound with, I think that's the Studio Series Drift. So yeah, beautiful shelf. Love the symmetry. Prime Megatron going at it, really cool. And I'm probably gonna be adding some stuff here and there if I find or come across some more figures for Knight or AoE. I would like a Studio Series lockdown. That would be ideal. I know he's like tiny, but that's the official version, so I would like to eventually have that. So yeah. Really cool shelf. I have a meeting like right now. But I'm gonna have to postpone the meeting because I gotta show y'all what I got next, baby. Come on now. Let's bring it home, baby. Let's bring it home. Yeah, so this is a lot. I was looking at this shelf the other day and I was like, what did I do? What is this? Like, I'm not one to, I'm not like a cluttered person. So I'm like, what the heck? This is a mountain of figures. That's all my Rise of the Beast stuff in one place, for the most part. All right, let's get her done. I got the YOLO Park stuff. I got Scourge, Transformers Rise of the Beast, freaking awesome movie. Air Razor back there on the flight stand. I got some Funkos. I do have a Mitten Box Studio Series 102 Prime. I don't know why. I just, that's the original like buzzworthy release that was super rare. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get a collector's edition, even though I have a loose one, and I'm gonna just display it because I want to, and I don't really need a reason. But now he's being re-released, so it's like he's not that rare, but it's still rare to get to have a buzzworthy version. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. It's just sitting there, and yeah. And this is the vinyl back there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it is autographed by yours truly, Unique Bamba. Until all are one, thank you for believing. Beautiful moment. I will never forget that whole moment experiencing TFCon with Unique. Freaking awesome. And I actually recently saw, we got YOLO Park, Primal, Cheetor, Bumblebee, Prime. If you wanna rhyme all the time, don't call it a comeback. Mirage, that's actually, I added some more customized like silver paint applications to him because I just wanted to do that. We got Pablo Sweep. Are we still on the Pablo Sweep train? We got Series Bumblebee. I did fix his blade a little bit. Core Class RC. Freezer. I do have Hound there from, this is the Netflix mode. I just feel like he fits best in this lineup. And I would love to have a Hound like this in the G.I. Joe crossover. That would be literally perfect. Nightbird, Scourge, Battle Trap Studio Series. We got Primal still about to kill everything. He's like perpetually frozen. And I'm about to kill everything. That's where he's at. Got Rhinox Studio Series and Cheetor Studio Series, and my newest Rise of the Beast figure, Chokong. But yeah, Ape-Link Studio Series looks good, and I got Scorponok technically there, but he's in the middle of death. So there you go. That's my insane mountain of Rise of the Beasts. I love the movie. I still think it's a really fun film. I love the soul and the style of it. I love the hip-hop. It's a very unique style, like a unique aesthetic film. And so I still like it. It's still really awesome. And yeah. And finally, but not leastly, we have my Revenge of the Fallen shelf. I think my beginning of the year video last year, I think I just had Devastator and B, and that's it. But I live near a toy store that does incredibly well when it comes to trade-ins and Bayverse stuff and like it just figures. So thus all of this just happened. The only ones I did not get at the toy room are the twins. The Mudflap and Skids, I got them at TFCon LA, and the Fallen, I got him I think he was in retail. But I think every other... Oh, and the Bayway... Or the Bayway... I don't know how you say it. The Bayway Megatron, I ordered him. I think it was on Shozi store. But everything else, literally everything else, I think it was at the Toy Room. Big shout out to the Toy Room. But yeah, I got Mud Flap. I think it's a tuner Mud Flap. I got the Skids. I got the Studio Series B. I don't think that's a Revenge of the Fallen version, but I don't give a rat. And then I got Prime. I got Bayway Megatron. I got the RC Sisters. Scorponok from some other figure I got in here somewhere. I got Sideways, Ravage. That's an OG Soundwave, which I actually like way more than the Studio Series version. Like the alt mode, I mean. Freaking awesome. I got my own flight stand, but it's okay. I got the Studio Series Soundwave there, kind of hanging out in the crevice over there. And then I got one of the OG Bumblebees way back in that corner. And of course I have enemy scrotum. I mean, we all know that's like the biggest. We know that I have enemy scrotum. So, yeah, so that's my Revenge of the Fallen shelf. I love this movie. People really don't like this. They think it's one of the worst. I just can't do it, man. It's just too fun. It's too hilarious. It's too entertaining for me to care about the writing or the lack thereof. It's a movie that I love, and it's a core memory. It's part of the Bayverse trilogy, so it's just like, you know, I can't put it under Age of Extinction. Like, I can't do that. Anyway, so that's my, yeah, woohoo, we did it, yay! And also, I'll just show briefly my little Marvel stuff. You know, that's the only other franchise I really get into like that when it comes to collecting. That's my Steve Rogers kind of shrine thing. I do consider the Mjolnir to be part of that because he's worthy. And yeah, that hasn't really changed that much. So this is just the Marvel lineup. This is the little Marvel Legends display. I love Marvel. It's a good, well, specifically the MCU is what I get into, like the movies and the shows. I actually just forgot, I forgot to put Red Hulk there. I literally have Red Hulk in a supply closet right now. I just forgot to open him. But when I do, I'll put him behind Captain there. That's a perfect spot. And then I think this is my favorite part of this. It's just the Spider-Man coming out of the portal. That's so cool. And then, of course, my in-game display has not changed. I think it's just perfect. And then I got the Iron Man helmet down there. Really cool. This is the touch screen. Hey, Jarvis. Start system. I'm not gonna tell him to open the mask because... Oh, no! Okay, I thought it was too high. I thought it was gonna break. Close mask. Okay, alright. Terrible example. But yeah, this is a crazy awesome helmet and everybody's mom. Cool. That's Marvel. And I'll just show a little bit of the studio, obviously. This is just my desk. You guys have seen this before. But it's my workspace. This is my MacBook that I use for videos and stuff. It's my personal computer. I got some headphones, keyboard. That's the glorious keyboard. I got a cheap little mouse. It's literally like a $20 mouse, but it works. So it's like, I don't need to do all that. And then, yeah, I got the mug. I got just stuff, you know. I got my mic and stuff like that. You gotta go Dark of the Moon. I went Dark of the Moon for my wallpapers. And I think it looks so freaking cool. Especially that one. My despot of choice has been Bayverse Sideswipe. I recently got him in that little pose where he's kind of like just like sliding. Clear a path. I just think like a silver transformer looks nicer on like a professional like desk setup. Like I don't need an orange transformer. I need like a silver. Silver is neutral. It's modern. It's clean. And I think Sideswipe, being that he's Bayverse, is kind of like perfect for that kind of aesthetic. I'll just put different despots there, and that's what I have currently. The Sideswipe. That's my desk. And back over there is actually my little personal study. I get up in the morning like on weekends and I go sit over there where I'm not like surrounded by Transformer stuff, but I can kind of escape it a little bit. So I got it decorated a little differently. Got some books, some plants, my Bible over there, my candle. Just kind of, you know, when I wake up in the morning and it's like not a work day, I just go have my coffee, sit down and wake up, watch some things on my iPad, whatever. You know, take some notes, write down stuff. Just like a little self-building area over there. Really cool. I'm really happy with it. I just look over and glance and it's just a reminder of the franchise that I freaking adore. I'm satisfied. Sometimes I just look at the shelves and I'm just like, this is freaking cool. It's like a little nerd's den. It's a little geek den, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there it is. There's the collection. And as you can see, like mostly movie stuff. Like I actually counted all of my shelves and I counted which one of them are movie figure shelves. And it's like more than half. or half. It's like crazy. I mean, that's what I'm interested in. That's what I like. I grew up on the movies and the Cybertron games and Transformers Prime. So it's gonna have a heavy presence, but there's a couple of things drizzled in there from across the franchise that I think still gives this a nice aesthetic and a nice diverse blend. But I mean, the truth is, we've all come into the franchise in different areas, different continuities for different reasons. So different things call to us in different ways. Some people, they can't stand the Bayverse. I'm not one of those people. If I do get another shelf, it would be the replacement of the Marvel shelf that's on the other side of the wall. I may get a taller one like this and maybe just expand my Transformers collection there. There's just things like that that I'm looking into, but other than that, there's nothing massive. We'll just see whatever the next few months bring us, whatever happens. The collection will steadily grow, but I don't anticipate any massive purchases. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna make any massive purchases. Sometimes I don't anticipate, and I just do stuff. So anyway, that's all for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, slam down the like on it. If you're new, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below, what franchise or what continuity do you collect the most? What are you most interested in? And how does your collection make you feel deep down in your heart and your soul? Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. By all means, till all are one.